Hello guys, welcome back to my channel where I make videos about tech, unboxing, product reviews, events, and some fun stuff. And for today's video, it's gonna be another tech video where I will be interviewing my coworkers in the office because we are partially working in the office now. So I will be asking them the common issues that they encounter in IT in regards to hardware, software, access, or request issues that they have, and the common issues that they ask the IT team for help or assistance with. So if you guys are interested in getting an idea on what kind of issues or common issues that we as IT support deals with on a daily basis, please keep on watching, and without further ado, let's get started with the video.
Hi.
Hello guys, so I am here with my coworker today and I'm gonna ask her a few questions on what are the common issues that she encounters in IT regarding like hardware, software, systems, or access. So before we start with the question, can you tell me a little bit about what you do, your job role in here, and your
Sure.
responsibilities, and what team you belong to?
I belong to marketing documentation actually, and I'm a Japanese translator. I localize online help and even GUI and everything, website as well.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
focus on like customers
In
but
Japan.
in Japan and translating for them. That's really cool.
Thank you.
That you're an expert on that language. Okay, so let's move on to the question. So, do you have any common issue that you encounter that you always ask IT for help or assistance with?
Yeah, I mean I ask sometimes, I don't ask, but
I know you don't ask a lot,
Yeah.
but sometimes like you do have like issues also.
yeah, whenever there's a Windows update, the computer gets messed up.
Oh, like do you mean you can't log in anymore to the computer?
It's doing the update on its own, even without me doing. And then
Oh.
next time I try to, log in, it's not starting.
Oh, okay, so
That happens.
that happens frequently. Okay, so
Yeah.
the common issue that you encounter is with Windows updates.
Mhm.
Okay, so do you ask IT about it, or do you figure it out on your own
I
most
think
of the
it's.
time?
I feel like it's just how it is. So I just try to reboot or force shutdown,
Oh, I see.
and
Yeah, we all know that Windows updates are always there, and sometimes they do have updates like every day, and we can't really avoid that, and we have to do it, or
Yeah.
else like our computers will be stuck doing the updates. Is there any other like issues that you ask IT for help with?
Like, when I log into the not GitHub, I mean the Jira.
Oh, Jira, yes. Jira
Yeah.
is like our ticketing system, right?
Yeah, ticketing system.
Yes.
So when I try to log in, it sometimes won't let me do it. It says you have to put the multiple security questions.
Oh yeah, because that's for like two-factor authentication. Yes, we can't log in just with our passwords now. To make it more secure, we always have like two-factor. Sometimes it comes on your phone with a prompt or code or security questions.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh, so that's the issue that we have. Oh, one more.
Yeah, like our security software, like IT security software, what is called?
Antivirus.
Yeah, antivirus. It's
It's
throwing
AnyConnect.
Yeah, exactly. That's throwing my computer.
Oh.
It makes it really slow
Oh
sometimes.
yeah, it does that because it always scans the computer
Yeah.
for like anything that is a threat or something that is, yeah, so that happens a lot, which is so annoying and frustrating, especially if you have a lot of documents in your computer. It
Yeah.
scans everything, and whenever you download, it also scans it just to make sure that there is no threat that you're downloading. And whenever there is a threat that is detected by the antivirus, it always usually blocks you from downloading and opening and running the program. So that's why sometimes it slows down the computer and it causes an issue. But yeah, if that like happens, there's also like if you happen to like download something that you need and that gets blocked sometimes, you can also whitelist that, so it won't be blocked anymore, because we know that you are using it and it's not a threat
Okay.
for your computer. So that's really helpful.
That's good.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're
and
welcome.
for
Thank you.
giving us the time to be interviewed today.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, so now we are with my other coworker and I am going to ask him the same question. But before we move on to the interview part, let's ask him first what he does in the company, and can you tell us a little bit about what you do and your job position here?
Yeah, so I'm a software engineer. I work in C++ in the back end. And,
What team do you...
The fixed team. And pretty much I just write new features, fix issues and bugs, and interact with other teams in order to fix some problems that are not only located for my team, my product.
Okay, that sounds good. So I've asked my coworkers what are the common issues that they encounter in regards to hardware, software, access, request, regarding anything that has to do with IT. So just want to ask you, what are the common issues that you always ask IT help or assistance with?
Well, usually it's like a problem with, so we're using a lot of developer virtual machines, and they are being handled by IT. So sometimes what happens is that you come up in the morning and try to remote to your session, to your VM, and it's just not connected, it's not responding. So you try to ping it, you try to do a few things yourself, because you know your job is to troubleshoot first. So you do that, and then eventually you're like, hey, it's not working, and then you see a bunch of other engineers that have the same problem as you. So eventually you ask you to
Ask IT for help.
ask IT to help us with that. Other than that, it's the other problem is just related to connectivity or access to a domain or whatever that we might need,
Or
like
system.
GitHub or stuff like that, or like if we need help for like a new intern and things like that,
Okay.
and something wasn't fully done
Set up-
because
set
yes,
up for
some
them.
stuff sometimes are missing because we need new hardware, new software, whatever, and it wasn't in the onboarding doc. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so it's mostly about virtual machines, as you've said, and getting access. I want to ask if there's any challenging issue that IT was able to help you with, or if there's any. It's okay if there's.
No, I mean, like it's to me it's mostly about being able to access, and actually there was the latency issue where it was taking forever to connect to the virtual machines and all of that, and that took a while, and that was because our cluster was too full.
Oh yes, yeah. It was the resources were full at the moment. That's why like no one could connect to anything. So that happens when memory is maxed out, hardwares are maxed out. So we have to free up some more space for to resolve the connectivity.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, that's it.
Hello guys, I am with another coworker and I'm gonna ask her the same question. What is the common issue that she encounters that she asks IT for help? So before we start asking her the question, let us ask her what she does in the company, what your job position is in here, and what team you work for.
Actually, I'm a software quality engineer. So basically, I'm working. My team is more like a back end. So we are testing more server-side software. Yeah.
Okay, so you do a lot of testing the software that we create in the company.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Like I think that's what I want to do like later on in my career as well. Okay, so let's move on to the question. What is the most common issue that you encounter maybe on a daily basis that you always ask IT for help with?
I think it's more like a network issue. Sometimes like we bring our laptop or using the desktop. Sometimes like I think it's more company network issue. Sometimes we can get connected or sometimes maybe like, I think it's more like, for example, if we work from home, we use a VPN, and sometimes you just have a connectivity issue. You cannot really get connected through the VPN app, and also sometimes it's just something like your phone get updates, something wrong with your like VPN authentication app. Yeah, so those kind of, I think, more network issues.
Okay, yeah, I've experienced that, especially when we started working from home. A lot of people have been using the VPN a lot. We rely on VPN every day, and we really get a lot of reports that people are not connecting to it. So, is there any other issues that
I think
you ask IT for help?
Sometimes it can be hardware issue. For example, like one time I have a really issue with my laptop. Have to help me to mail the laptop back to
for repair, right?
Yeah, for the repair. Yeah. So I think that's one of the it's identified as a hardware issue, or sometimes it's just some. I think some other more. For example, like printer doesn't work. Like if I needed to print something and printer doesn't work, and even I try to add in as a network printer, still cannot find it something.
Oh, that's Or sometimes it doesn't have like enough toner, or sometimes it's not connected to the network.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be, like because we have different offices. Yes. So sometimes they have a different setup for, let's say,
the conference room. Right?
Yeah, conference room, and sometimes monitor has an issue, or how you call that, kind of broken, like that you can video app that you can have a meeting with other people like online, that kind of
conference call.
Yeah. That setup sometimes doesn't work, then we need to call IT.
Yeah, sometimes people are not familiar with the setup itself.
Yes.
Because sometimes they have not even used the equipment there.
Right, yeah.
And it just stopped working, so yes, that's true.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
So is there any other issues, or that would be it? I know if there's like password resets.
That one really annoying. I mean, it's not IT's fault, but we always have to get like a notification, maybe every 3 months.
Yes, every 3 months, 90 days, we have to like change the password.
Yeah, we have to change the password, and I always try to think about.
It's a different password too every time. Every time you change it.
Yeah, somehow the computer will just remember.
It will remember the last 4, and it won't take the last 4 passwords usually. And it always asks for like complex passwords too. Like you don't, you can't make it like simple enough for you to remember.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for giving your time for this interview. Okay. So I am with another coworker of mine, and I'm gonna ask him the same question. But before we move on to the question part interview process, let's ask him first what he does in the company, and can you tell us a little bit about what you do in here and your job position?
Software engineer.
Okay. What team do you work with?
It's a fixed adapter team. Our team manages fixed message traffic, inbound and outbound. So we can say it's more like a entrance to a backend server, but different way. Anyway, so that's what I do.
Okay, great. So the question is, what are the common issues that you encounter that you always ask IT for help with?
Sometimes I forget my password. Quite
common,
often.
Really common. Like I heard that like a lot.
And then when you try more than certain times, your account gets locked. So I have to ask IT people to unlock it. So that happens quite often. I try not to.
Because people forget to update or change their password before it expires. That's why.
And also sometimes there's like multiple accounts. Like for instance, we have different password for each environment.
Especially TTID.
Yes. So So each
And Google.
environment has different password setup. So sometimes I get mixed up.
It's really hard to keep up with all of the different. I wish there's only just one password for everything because but there's a security policy also.
Yeah, so that's one. And then another thing.
You have a lot, huh?
Yes, but I try not to bug IT people because
He's
she's
very
my
good.
friend, and I know when she gets upset, she can do something bad to me.
Yeah, like kill your access.
So yeah. So another thing is I use Windows virtual machine for testing purpose, and this virtual machine needs to be refreshed every month. So
Oh yes, because there's a lease.
yes. So
Monthly.
basically, our company leased this virtual machine from other third party, and so around end of the month, I always ask, can you extend the
Like,
lease
yeah.
for this Windows machine? And then I type the IP address. I do that every month. It's monthly routine. So
Yes.
I try not to forget because if I forget to do it, I cannot really use that virtual machine anymore.
Yeah, you can't access.
And
right.
and I use that machine mainly to test
Oh,
my code or my change.
cool. Sounds good. So, other than that, are there any other issues? I know you people have a lot of issues, but
Oh, sometimes sometimes my the depth station will get disconnect or I cannot SSH into it. So whenever that kind of things happen, I ask IT people see if there's any issue going on with the network, and normally they figure it out quite quickly and then resolve the issue for me.
oh
For
yes,
people
because
like me.
we are the ones who has access. We're the only ones who has access to the portal where it's being managed, so we can see if it's maxing out of memory. That's why it can no longer accept new connections. So what we normally do is we just reboot it or see if it's stuck doing some updates or something, and then just do that, and they can access again.
Yes.
So I think you're pretty tech savvy because you're an engineer, so you don't have a lot of issues other than
Yes,
Those
other
things.
than that, I don't have that much. I sometimes just ping Mary just to chit chat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's very socializing is very important in our job, especially we are working remotely now.
Yeah, she manages my mental illness as well.
What? We have a lot of bloopers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. This is your second time in this vlog, in this channel, so I hope there's more to come. He's always here, so thank you so much for giving us your time to answer the questions.
No problem.
Thank you. I forgot to say thank you in Korean.
감사합니다.
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 감사합니다. Okay, thank you.